There have been at least 4 coups in the last 18 months in the sub-region. The National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, believes this threatens the security of the country and puts students at risk. General Secretary of NUGS, Julius Anthony, is calling on government to move to address the issue.
Unemployment issues can lead people into this robbery issues and all that. I think, what do you call it, the rising of these groups, terrorist groups and all that. And they work with indoctrination. They introduce you to concepts and ideas that you would have to imbibe and follow. And sometimes they start with giving you opportunity. That's how they start with this sort of things. And students must be very well aware. National security has picked intelligence on a lot of these things. In KNUST, a lady was deceived, oh, we'll give you a job in the Middle East and all those things. And eventually they were, completely brainwashed.
He's also urging students to take their security seriously and beware of rogue elements.
The most vulnerable people are people who are in poverty, who are in need for jobs, and all those things. That is how come someone can easily deceive you. If people don't need those things, then they are less vulnerable to security threats. Radicalism is usually fueled by anger and people's disappointments towards regimes and all that. So our message to government is simple. They would have to pay key attention to these things to solve these threats to security. And to students, I think that they wouldn't need to make themselves available to these threats that are there. There are no strange jobs anywhere that anyone will give you freely just because you convert to a certain doctrine or anything. They must be well aware of this kind of situations and not fall easily to them. Beyond that too is cyber issues. Someone just tests you online and asks you questions, or where are you from, want to befriend you and all those things. Then they dupe you or they lead you to places that you don't want to be. They must be very well alert. The kind of information they put out there online is something they should pay so much attention to.
Women's Commissioner of NUGS, Ohima Bediakon, is also alarmed about reported cases of female students falling victims to various scams.
The issue of insecurity with regards to female students on the various campuses is alarming, since we are very vulnerable when it comes to such cases of robbery, attacks and what have you. So as the Women's Commissioner, there was a need to organize a security conference like this meeting one to educate and orient these female students and how they can play a key role in, preparing or rendering first aid or safeguarding themselves as and when they find themselves. So the security conference is not only focused on them, but then it plays a key role or emphasis on the female students, since they are very vulnerable when it comes to issues like this.
Some students have been sharing their views with Joy News on the security situation in the country. They are calling on authorities to heighten protection on campuses.
My worry is, you see, we as university students, we are found in an enclosed area where anything can happen to us. So me as a student, I think the government should put in a lot of measures in order to make sure that our safety is sought.
So as a female student, what would you say is your major concern so far as security is concerned on campus?
Yeah, I think that our personal security, because sometimes, although UTAG is actually on strike, sometimes people go on personal studies. So working in the evening, late at night, coming back, we are normally scared because you don't know who will just approach you. And as a lady, we are prone to, these things more than the guys.
Right, so let me also hear from you your concern about security on campus.
Okay, about security on campus, I agree with my colleague here that most especially we need more security personnel on campus, because we go in and out. Sometimes we have studies during the night. We go for personal studies and all that. So we need them around, so at least we know that we are safe working at night.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click the bell icon and get notified every time we share something interesting. We would love to have you on there.
Super Hits Radio, Joy 99.7.